And now for another episode of Tales from the Landlord. This one is about the village. In this episode, I'm going to be careful how I say things because of all the liberal YouTube censorship and anything that doesn't follow their liberal agenda and doesn't offend people. So I gotta say things, and you kind of have to hear between the lines as to what's really being said and and described. The village. Wow. This was a how can I explain it here? A mother with three kids, no, four kids at the age of 24, getting a full free ride from Section 8. Now, with these people, I didn't have any problems with them paying the rent because the government was paying their way for them. They're getting a free ride in a four-bedroom apartment. So, good deal for them, huh? Hey, Bowser, how you doing? I just started the episode. And hot for teachers, too. Thanks for stopping in to watch this episode. But so we start off in the place. It's a girl, 24 years old, four kids, moving in with her boyfriend, who was not officially on the apartment because Section 8 would want to count his job and his income and take money from her. So he was unofficially there the whole time. And her parents, they had a nice one of those fancy, expensive Jeep SUVs. The kind that I know costs a lot of money, but she didn't have nothing. A constant string of bad decisions. When we filled out the lease, I saw the names of the kids, and each kid had an apostrophe in their first name. I hate that. Like Zion or Rayon, or I forget the names, but each kid had an apostrophe in their first name. And each kid had a different last name. So during the time they've been living there, which has been coming up on 2 years now, they're now up to being, I think, 25 to 26 years old and five kids with at least 3 to 4 different baby daddies. So a stunning model of success here. Well, the people, when they moved in, they're very nice, and of course, I was Missa Tim again. I didn't ask for it. That's what they call me, Missa Tim, with these people. And they were nice. They moved their stuff in. We had no problem, pretty much the entire first year, no big deal. The first year come around, Section 8 wanted to do their yearly inspection. So I had to go in there, and check everything. I replaced a few light bulbs. I replaced about 5 different smoke alarm batteries because I'm talking to her on the phone, and I can hear through the phone the smoke alarm beeping in the background. And I tell you, don't you hear the beep? Oh, I don't hear no beep. What beep? I don't know. Oh, boy. This beep is going on for weeks or months, and you don't hear the beep of the smoke alarm dead battery? Stupid. Didn't ever even ask, hey, Mr. Tim, what's that noise? No, never worried about it. The people who live there, what really annoyed me about them was it was just a whole amount of pure concentrated stupid in these people. They would do stupid things, and I don't know if it was just to drive me crazy or they just didn't know any better or what. The biggest thing was the garbage bags. They lived on the top floor, so to take a garbage bag from the kitchen, you have to go down the stairs, out the front door, around the side of the house to the alley in the back where the garbage cans are. They know that's where you put the garbage. Well, not these people. They would take the garbage bag down the stairs, around the side of the house, and put it right there by the porch. So you have garbage bags there with, animals, raccoons, whatever in the neighborhood would come and dig into the garbage bags, break them open. Sometimes they'd leave the garbage bags on the porch. I'd walk by the house to cut the grass. Yeah, there was food and stuff all ripped out. The garbage bags ripped open, stuff all over the front porch. And I just walk in, oh, I don't see that over there. What? I don't see that. Michael Lane Beaker, he's out in the other room. He's having his dinner time right now. Dana Lynn, how do I have time to make videos? Well, I don't work 24 hours a day. I do have some time off. Anyhow, back to I'm answering people here in the StreamYard chat here. The biggest thing, here is another real doozy. One day last summer, I parked my car in the back alley. I came to the house to cut the grass. I'm walking through the backyard, and you can smell there's a dead animal, and there's an empty lot right next door. So I'm thinking there's a dead animal out in this lot. It died somewhere because you just smell it. And the closer I get to the house, the stronger you smell this dead animal. I'll walk around the front porch. Right by the stairs, there is a dead cat right there next to the stairs. They had told me about, oh yeah, that cat was under the stairs and we pulled it out. And they left it there right by the front stairs. It is laying on a garbage bag. There's maggots all over it. All the hair was gone. Like the skin was like a green, gray kind of a color all over. It didn't smell good. I called the boyfriend down. What is this? You see it. You knew there was a cat here. You see it here. You leave it here. Oh, and this is the same boyfriend I told you about it in an episode a while back. He was the one who, no matter what you were going to ask him about, he was just about to do it. And he said, oh, yeah, of course, again, I was just about to come down and gather up that cat and put it in the garbage can in the back. Yeah. If I had a nickel for every time he was just about to do something, I'd have a lot of nickels. Bowser, I don't know who that is. Bird playing with Marcella's bird. I don't know who that is. Anyhow, the stupidity with these people. They kept the apartment in pretty decent shape. I saw that when I was in there for the 1-year inspection. But just the stupidity of these people. What do they think? And the biggest problem I had with them, well, there was two big problems. One with flushable wipes, which we'll get to in a minute. And the second one was the garbage bags. They could get the garbage bag downstairs, but getting it to the back alley where they knew the garbage cans were, oh no. They would park their car in the back. They would carry their kids, like their kids are all like 1, 2, 3, 5, whatever years old, in their strollers and stuff, leave the strollers on the front porch and carry the kids upstairs, but they couldn't get the garbage bag out. I had a conversation one time. I happened to be showing up there just at the time they were getting home, and there was like 4 garbage bags along the side of the house. And I said, well, why are the garbage bags here? Why can't you take them to the alley and not have garbage laying beside the house, drawing rats and insects and bugs and whatever? And here is what she said to me. But Mr. Tim, I got kids. Now, to me, this is half a sentence. Okay, you have kids. And why does that stop you from taking the garbage bags to the back alley? I don't get it. Apparently this means more to you than it does to me. Oh, that was horrendous. But I got kids. Okay. Oh, these people. So I had been calling Section 8 about this a few times. We went around and around with it here. Yeah. They're making a big mess of the place. They have no sense of hygiene. They have kids in the house. You would think they would keep it a little bit cleaner, but oh no. The other real problem we had was flushable wipes. And you all know about flushable wipes, how they are not flushable. They cause sewage problems. Well, the entire first year, there was never a problem. It was about last May or so. I came over to the house one day to cut the grass. I happened to go in the basement just to look around and check things. And there is a lake in the basement about 15 feet wide from the sewer because the sewer is backed up. And of course, it's on a Saturday. So I called upstairs and I called the person on the first floor. Hey, the sewer's not draining. Don't run any water if you don't absolutely have to. I'll get someone out here for this. So like $340 later, the plumber comes out and he pulls out a whole bunch of flushable wipes from the drain. Now, the person on the first floor was a single woman, didn't have any kids. The one upstairs, several kids. Like, oh, well, our one daughter was potty training and they might have put them down. We told them not to, but they must have done it on their own. Yeah, I'll bet. So this is the problem. You got to pay the bill for this. I don't ever see this happening. And no flushable wipes down the drain, period. So 2 months later, it happens again. I come over to cut the grass. I check in the basement because now we have a history of them causing problems. And the lake is 2/3 of the width of the basement. All the water that's been backing up for, I guess, a couple days. And of course, on the phone upstairs, get the plumber out. It's another weekend, another premium rate. $300 and some again for this year. So I was on the phone. We talked about this. You knew this. I told you no flushable wipes in the toilet, period. Why are there flushable wipes? Oh, we need them here. You can't tell us how to do stuff. Okay, well, I can tell you who's going to pay for this plumber. So, of course, I'm on the phone with Section 8. Yep, they did it again. Here's the receipts. So they end up paying me $700 for 2 plumber visits. And so far, it hasn't happened again. It's been, about 7 months now since the last time. And we eventually, these problems kept going on and on and on. I'm getting my rent payments because it's straight from Section 8, the whole thing. Hi, Phil Chicken Fingers there. How you doing? And I'm getting my rent payments in, so at least that part's working good. I can tolerate this stupidity because this is a nice check I'm getting every month that is buying the house for me. This one check pays what I pay per month, for the house. I'm making $1,000 house payments. The money from the girl downstairs, that's extra money then. So nice. And so finally, I say, you know what? I think we're at the point where maybe since you don't like how I run my house, you think I'm being too mean and too strict, maybe I think you would like to be happier living somewhere else. How about that? And so we kind of agreed between me and the Section 8 counselor and them, yeah, their lease ends February 18th. They're just going to move out at that point and go live somewhere else. So, okay, fine. I don't have to go through a whole eviction process and be tied up in that for weeks and extra expense. They'll just be out of here at that time. So that apparently is what's going to happen. We've had a few text messages in the meantime. Another problem we had, I almost forgot. Somehow, the front door to their apartment was never in very good shape. Well, after about the first year, it had been beaten on and smashed and kicked in a few times from them having fights, because after she had the last kid, she changed. She was always looking for an argument. You get her going, I don't need to hear this. I'm an adult. I'm a grown up. I know how to run things in this house. I keep my house in good shape. She's a man. I talked to her boyfriend. Oh, man, yeah. I didn't even say that to her. She's doing stuff on her own here. So, oh, boy. But anyhow, we came to the mutual agreement. They'll leave when their lease expires in mid-February. And hopefully they won't tear the place up too bad. Because I already told them, any damage in this house, it's going to get reported to Section 8. They had to pay, I think it was close to $300 for a new door and for my handyman to install it. So that was another amount of money. They paid like $1,000 here between 2 plumber visits and fixing the door, just in things to keep the place in decent shape while they're here. So, oh boy, what is this here? Michael Lane, would you let Beaker play with Fat Robin? Probably not. I don't think they would like each other because Fat Robin is outside and Beaker is a house bird. So let me think here. We're at 13 minutes. Yeah, the village. Oh, these people. This pure concentrated stupid. And it just amazes me to see these people. This is your whole goal in life. Apparently, this is what you want, is to have a whole bunch of kids, live on welfare your whole life, never try to do anything better for yourself. Is this your plan? Is this your end game? Is this your life for the next 40 or 50 years? It's pretty sad. Well, George Carlin said in one of his videos, kids are like adults, a few winners, a whole lot of losers. And the village is comprised purely of losers. They're never going to be anything. They never have been anything. I don't think they would even know how to try to be anything. But I was making a good Section 8 payment every month off them, so it's not all bad. Because making that money is making that money, and that's what rental properties are all about. Oh, let's see. No, I don't have any Loudmouth Tim merch. Colin Scott's. Yeah, well, these renters were not as bad. Look at the last video about the heroin addict. He was a real doozy. These people weren't really causing trouble the same way. They had their own way of being purely, completely stupid and having different problems. And I've told them about it many times over the 2 years. Don't leave the garbage bags here. Put them in the alley, 50 or so feet to the back. Why is this a problem? You know what the garbage cans are there for. Everyone else is doing it. Why can't you handle this? Oh, I was just about to. I was meaning to. I was just going to go do that. Yeah, right. Oh, well. If renting was easy, everyone would do it. And it's not always easy. You get some good renters in there. Some of my renters are good. They haven't been any problem. And you'd like to have more of them, but you can't have them all be good renters because that'd be too easy. All right, well, I think that's all for this episode. Thanks for watching. Thanks, everyone, for coming here and talking in the chat, too. How far away do I live from the North Hills? Not very far. Michael Lane. I got some good apples and some bad apples. You know, I have a good variety. You know, some have been great, some have been a pure headache, some have been real trouble, and some have been kind of average. All right, well, that's all for this episode about the village and all the sheer stupidity and problems therein.